All right, local swell trackers, it's a stormy Wednesday, the 24th. Got a lot of weather in the area and light and variable winds with afternoon sea breezes. This pattern is out of here. We also have small surf today, and that's out of here on Thursday as well. Here's the culprit. This fetch right here to our north-northwest will be bringing us up 4 to 6, maybe 7 feet. The open ocean will be 6 feet at about 12 seconds, and again, that will be enough for just over 6 feet at the top reefs or focal spots. And there she is. We're not going to see a whole lot more of these over the coming months. She spins off here. We get a little bit of something off here by the Kurils to bump us up to 2 to 4 if we're lucky on Sunday, Monday, and none of these will be very long lasting. The current scenario today, Wednesday, shows this. There's the leftover remnant swell producer for tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday's swell. We've got a little bit of something off here. Again, the Kurils, that guy right there, pulling us for some solid fours on Sunday into Monday. And then we go very quiet. See a lot of blues and very little storm activity, which is going to be more and more typical as we head towards summer. Down under from last Friday, the 19th, this fetch right here off to the southeast of New Zealand is the reason we're going to see some swell. That's right. For Friday, let's watch it build, especially by Saturday, but building up to 3 feet or head high at the top spots. We get another storm producing even stronger winds with some hurricane force levels. This leads to higher periods. This second event will be more like filling in Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Possibly the top focal reefs could get up to 4 feet because these long 18-second kind of periods shoal and refract off the reefs. They feel the reef. A 20-second period can be felt 1,000 feet down. There she is. This one's from Sunday, so this will be reaching us about Sunday, Monday. And then after that, again, we'll have a lot of background swell lasting for about, between these two swells, about 7 days. And then after that, we go quiet. So here's the first one. There's the second one. And the fetch then points towards us under New Zealand for a few days, leading to a long-lasting swell energy from the South Pac starting this weekend. Looking at the swell periods marching up, here's the 1-2 punch I was just talking about. The bigger one will be the second one. Here's our swell for Thursday, Friday, and then we get this one coming down. You can start to see it for Sunday, Monday. It'll have a more westerly component. So west-northwest on Sunday, Monday, and lots of swell activity for the whole leeward coast from the south-southwest to south. Current models from down under, we can see that South America is going to be getting giant waves, typical for them this time of year. And then on the east coast of New Zealand, we don't see much. But the thing I wanted to point out is that there are big storms moving zonally or west to east, and this just signifies the season down under and the increased chance of swell production for Hawaii. We just need the proper track. Taking a look at the jet stream, a lot of troughiness over us within the jet stream, very powerful, or in the Ali Nui Haha channel, moving south. The jet stream's kind of weak and broken up, but it does get enough troughing to create a lot of weather. Here's the pointing down towards us for the weekend, leading to, again, another round of east-southeasterly winds, variable sea breezes, and again, that's for this weekend. After this current front moves away, high pressure will allow trades to build up to fresh on Friday. So again, the North Pacific jet stream is doing some pretty funky things, but still delivering, allowing some enhancement and steering of a few low pressures, keeping us in the fun zone for sure. Down under, we get pretty weak in the long haul. The northern branch is not where we see the surf. We usually see it in the southern branch, and that's not tilted towards the equator. Here's your hand-drawn surface charts. There's the low pressure bringing us in our waves on Thursday, Friday to 6-7 feet. It has a trailing front that's right hovering and stalling over the middle of the island chain. Ultralight winds and sea breezes, as I said. High pressure just over here to our west-northwest. Will reestablish more trades on Friday, but there is another low pressure way off the Kurils that'll bring us in that west-northwest swell on Sunday, Monday. That has a front as well, and the nearby disturbances will take the trades out of here for a couple days this weekend. High pressure to reestablish, and then next week I'm guesstimating more regular weather and waves. Jumping up to the upper regions, the water vapor loops show instability in the atmosphere in conjunction with the trough and the front. There's that low pressure Always spinning counterclockwise in the North Pacific, counterclockwise down under. We like those because that means winds, and winds mean waves. Drilling down, you can see quite a bit of cloud cover. It's all in all much drier than it was last night and this morning. High is about 85, lows about 73. Will warm up even more over the weekend. And we're looking pretty cloudy right now with most of the rain hovering over Molokai, then Maui, and a little bit over the Big Island later. And that's your local swell tracker. I'll check you back here about the same time next Wednesday evening. Aloha for now.